second. Yeah, it sounds like it's working. Lovely jubbly. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are here for the penultimate round of Formula 2. We're here for the Chinese Grand Prix. Only this and Bahrain remain. We have just finished the halfway stage of this F2 qualifying session. That's the new meta at the moment, the new kind of routine. We're going to start a little bit later into the session just so it doesn't drag on for absolutely ages. As usual, it's myself, Bonge, in the commentary box. Slight twist, I am a little bit ill, so please bear with me this race. If I sound like I'm trying to swallow an orange, I apologise. But I have got a pretty bunged up nose and a rather hefty cough, but I'm going to try regardless to bring you guys the action for this Formula 2 Chinese Grand Prix. As usual, we have the one qualifying session that is half an hour, and then two races to follow. The feature race, which is 16 laps, and the sprint, which I believe is 11 or 12. I cannot actually remember. I think it's 11, so that's what I'm going to go with. The title can actually be wrapped up here if Platinum, who has just rejoined the session, can outscore Zai by 13 points and or Tazonic by 16. Was and really, because if Tazonic can manage to outscore Plat or keep within that threshold of 16 points, then this title will go down to the finale at Bahrain. But at the moment, it's looking increasingly likely that Platinum will take the crown, considering he has an 83-point lead over P2, being Zai. He is on 224 points compared to Zai's 141, and then Tazonic trailing just behind on 138. So, a lot of drivers out on track. This is the lovely thing that we like. When the session is actually fully underway, we can see all these drivers go out on track. And it will be more like an actual qualifying session as opposed to the usual half an hour of dawdling, or 15 minutes of dawdling and then 15 minutes of people driving. But this should shape up to be a pretty interesting one. China is a pretty okay track for racing. Not more so... Well, not really now in the modern Formula 1 cars. It does provide... It's rather difficult to kind of race around here now with the cars being so wide. But in F2 cars, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. So hopefully we'll be in for some really good racing tonight. Just as a small other note as well, we will not be having Division 1 and 2 tomorrow. We usually would be round 2 for the Hungarian Grand Prix. However, they have been postponed due to clashes with the real life Grand Prix, which starts at 7, which ironically enough is also when we start for Division 2, so F1 not really taking us into consideration there, which is absolute fraudulent behaviour. Just unacceptable, really. They should really be more courteous for us lot here at RF1. But Zombies across the line with 1:45.6. Excuse me. Teddy Ruxpin currently setting the pace on 1:44.2, 1 second clear of Stewart, who may be on another lap. I don't know, but the fuel light is on, so it's going to be very cut and run. But looking around, most people are now out on track, with the exception of Ruxy and Tado and Teddy. But other than that, everyone else is on an out lap or an actual lap. So we'll rub board with the first person that's going to be starting a lap, which is one of the championship contenders, Tazonic. So we're on board, going into turn 1, braking around 50 metres to chuck the car in. A lot less mechanical grip in these F2 cars, so you can't really chuck it in at full throttle, you do have to brake. It does turn 2 nicely, gets on the curb a little bit, turn 3. Then coming out of turn 4, handles the traction very nicely. Now through turn 5 and down to the hairpin of 6, purple first sector, according to the game, but I won't trust that, as the game is rather fraudulent. Now through the long turn 7, traffic getting well out of the way there. Now through turn 8, keeps it very nice and tight. You do kind of want to let the car understeer wide, and Tazonic has done that very nicely, just to not really be near that the line or the curb, just to get the maximum angle that you possibly can. And through the double apex right, does that nicely as well. 59.3 is a very good collective first and second sector. Now through the Max Chilton section, the absolute snail. Does that very nicely. A little bit wayward coming out of the later stage of the sweeping left, the sweeping right. There we go. It's only English. Into the hairpin, probably braking around about 150 meters. Yeah, there we go. Pretty much spot on. Did lose a little bit there, so maybe 125 to 130 is the braking point around there then. But coming up to the line now. Nails the last corner, uses just about enough curb, up to the line, 144.2, slightly quicker than Teddy Ruxpin. Next I believe we're going to have Lucas Fenn, or is it Zai? It's Lucas Fenn, because that is a Alfie starting a lap. Lucas Fenn up to the line, 145.6, puts him bottom of the timing sheet so far, but I'm sure he can find a bit more time. And that car of his Mercs goes P3 after his impressive debut last time out at Portugal. Zai across the line, P4. 4 tenths off, but this top bunch is really starting to bunch up a bit. 58.8, that is a really quick first set. It's not first sector, it's first 2 sectors. Funky catches for tyres in the pits without even he was wanting to start at the back. Platinum gets that section very, very nicely done. I was going to set him up nicely for this straight, give him a bit more top end speed. DRS is now open as well for the Campos. Braking hard into the hairpin. Gets that a little bit over the curb, so maybe could brake a little bit later than that just to take the apex. Around the last corner now, he comes into the pits. So he's backing out of that lap. I believe it will be Vossier next. Yes, it will. Up to the line. Goes pole. Excuse me. Oh. Tazonic improves to steal Vossier's glory there. So the Campos, no, the Charus back on top. Alfie goes P6. Linus Stern with his teammate, currently occupying the 3rd row, are the Campos drivers. Lucas Fenn does the Lewis Hamilton, but luckily there's no gravel there. I believe it'll be Mr. Tado next to complete a lap. Coming through the middle sector now. It's a very nice helmet from Mr. Tado there, the blue and gold. I like that very much. But about to finish the middle sector now. 1 minute point 3. That's not too bad from Tado there. Let's have a quick look at chatter. We might have a few people in there now. I have Apollo saying fraud, thank you for that. 5 crowns shouting Yamate. Yahala, I meant Yahala, of course you did. You definitely meant to say Yamate. Boot weeb. But Tado coming to the end of his lap now. Looking like a pretty solid lap time from the MP, round the last corner. Up to the line. Goes P10, or last of the times, about 10th off Lucas. Ruxin's gone for a bit of a spin. And Apollo is back out on track. Tazonic is out of fuel. And Alfie comes across the line to go P4 with a 44.3. So far, you have Tazonic fastest so far in this qualifying session. I have no clue how long's left because the yellow flags are sitting in the way. Which is incredibly annoying. Stuart, coming round the last corner now. He's invalidated. I don't know if that's this and next. No, it's not. It's got away with just one lap invalid. He's going to be starting the lap now. Tado is invalidated. Roxian overtakes Tazonic there, who's out of fuel. We have Alfie. I think he's going to slowly coast back to the pits. Tado doing a bit of lawn mowing. So far for the this qualifying session. Doing the track officials a bit better of a job, excuse me. We do have Platinum now on the lap, so let's ride on board with him. Coming through the first couple of corners now, keeps a much tighter line. It's in a lot of other drivers use. Coming through turn 5 up to turn 6 now. 27 dead, look at that. Gorgeous lap time there in the first sector. Going up to, this is turn 7 now I think, 7 to 8. Avoids the curb. And what you want to do here, takes that very nice and swoops back in. Lovely stuff from Platinum there. Straightens out the wheel. And 58.7, currently fastest. Or could be fastest, it does say purple in first 2 sectors, so I don't know how much to trust this game. Ooh, goes a bit wide. It's going to very much upset his lap. It's going to ruin his final sector. And he does back out after that. He's got time to go again, I think. Can't quite see due to Alfie out of fuel, causing the yellow flag, so I cannot see how long is left of the session. There's also a yellow for Lucas Fenn. Apollo's gone 7th with this lap, 44.8. 2 of Zai. Platinum gearing up to go again. If he doesn't get a wiggle on, he could start near the back of the grid. 154. Oh, that's qualifying actually over. He's just got in time to do another lap. But Ruxian will be starting 13th. Funky Cactus last. Mr. Tado at the moment is sitting in 11th. Stuart 9th. Tazonic currently on provisional pole. It would be Zai first to challenge. He does. He goes fastest by 2/10. That is going to help his championship chances as Alfie is stopped at the back of the track there. Making way for Ruxian's AI and Merck's also getting out of the way. Zombez as well, coming around the last few corners now. Let's see what this UNI Virtuosi can do. Takes the last corner. 450 goes P8 that time. Vossier. We have Teddy Ruxpin, then it's Vossier, and then it is Platinum. So right on board. Hang on, there we go, if I get the right driver. Teddy Ruxpin for now. Coming up to the hairpin now. Brakes nice and late. Gets that apex pretty much perfect. Now going up to the line. Or up to the last corner and then to the line. Does that very nicely indeed. It's going to be a pretty good lap here from Teddy. Goes P3. What a lap. Vossier stays 4th, and Platinum goes 3rd. So Platinum cannot deny Zai pole, and his 2 championship rivals are starting just ahead of him as well. So pole belongs to the Carlin of Zydrad. So that is 4 points in his name, meaning Zai is now only 79 points away from Platinum. So Plat now needs to outscore Zai by 17 points, which is only 1 more than outscoring Tazonic. So Platinum still within a chance, but all the more harder for him now that Zai is starting on pole by a rather considerable margin as well. And yeah, let's quickly do a rundown. So you got Zai, Tazonic, Platinum, Teddy Ruxpin, Vossier, Alfie, Mercs, Apollo, Zombez, Stewart, Lucas, Tado, Ruxian, and Funky Cactus are your top 14, or your grid of 14 drivers for the Chinese feature race here. No idea what the weather is. I think someone did mention rain, but I don't know when it's coming. I want to try and keep it that way. It's always a nice surprise seeing rain. I thought the stream just crashed then because I saw a little buffering thing, but I think we're alright. Let's have a quick look at Chatto. 5 Crown saying Zai stole his girl. I'm sure you can get over it, 5. You're currently in Italy. Enjoy your time out there rather than wondering that another man is driving your car and your car is probably enjoying it. Apollo P8, not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. If you finish there, you'll be starting on sprint race pole, and you can bottle another sprint race victory. Again, 2 weeks in a row. Just for the content, please do, Kieran. No, I'm joking. I don't want to wish that upon anyone. I want to see some quality racing here, as we usually always get. But here we go, 16 laps for the feature race here. Very mixed strategy here. You got Zai starting on the mediums, Tazonic on the softs, Platinum on the mediums, Teddy Ruxpin, Vossier, and Alfie on the softs, Mercs on the mediums, Apollo, Zombez, Stewart, Lucas, Tado, Tado on the softs, and then Ruxian and Funky on the mediums. Excuse me. 5 in chat, bro, your car is probably enjoying it. Yeah, I mean, your car is definitely most likely being enjoy being driven in the hands of another man. My car is currently sitting in P7, and I honestly couldn't care less about it. Because these cars are absolutely diabolical. They're so inconsistent. Like, when they're actually all right, they are a lot of fun, but it's very rare to get them all right. But I'm happy to commentate F2, so that's all good. Also, I'll be back tomorrow. Lovely stuff. Oh yes, does that mean we can have the Austria streams on YouTube now as well, rather than constantly going on to Twitch to view them? That'd be nice. We can have them permanently on record on the channel. She isn't enjoying Zai. I don't know, I might actually have to ask him. If he gets top 3 of the weekend, I'll ask him and just say, did the car enjoy your company more than 5s? That'll spark a few things in chat, won't it? That'll be rather funny indeed. But just about getting ready to go here for the 16 laps of the feature race. It's looking very doom and gloom at the moment, so we could see some rain rather early into this feature race. I think it's midway through, if I remember what's been said in chat. I can't fully remember, I don't really want to go back and check, but I think it's roughly midway. But bear with me 1 second. Just trying to get a bit of a trying to get a few coughs off So hopefully I'll be alright for a little bit. Blow out my candle as well. Is Austria not on YouTube? It should be. As far as I'm aware, it's not. Unless it has been put up there recently. I can't quite check. I'll have to look. But the more important thing right now is 5 red lights for the Chinese Grand Prix feature race. Lights out, and away we go for the penultimate feature race of the season. I can't quite see who got a good start. Tazonic got a really good start. He's level with Zai into turn 1. Keeping it very, very close. Oh, that's round. There's been a bit of contact there between Zai and Tazonic by the looks of it. Alfie is up to 3rd. Teddy Ruxpin 4th. Merck's up to 5th as well. Oh, that is a spin for Stewart. It's unfortunate for him. Apollo's down in last as well, so Apollo got caught up in that turn 1 melee. But Zai currently leads this feature race. Tazonic gets past Funky pretty much immediately. He is on the softs, so he can make the most of those tyres as quickly as possible before this rain arrives. Zai currently leading by 1.2 seconds as Vossier gets past Tado. Oh, we got a nice little scrap here in the midfield, almost 3 wide. Not quite, as Vossier goes around the outside of Zombez, and Zombez is vulnerable to Tado at the moment. Tado on the back of the UNI, looks for the move down the inside. Ooh, commits to it. Just about gets the move done, a little bit of wheel banging though, and Zombez is forced to concede. Ruxian and Funky Cactus, both getting all kinds of out of shape there. A lot of people struggling with that corner by the looks of it, but Tazonic up into 7th already. Gonna start chasing down the UNI of Lucas Fenn as Alfie and Teddy go into combat here. And it is the Campos to lose out to the Carlin, unless he goes for a move down the inside of the last corner. I wouldn't advise that. So you hit the curb and lose all your momentum. Now Merckx is going to take P4 away from the Campos. And he has done so indeed, going into turn 1. So Zai leads after the first lap from Platinum, Alfie, Merckx, Teddy, your top 5. Lucas Fenn, Tazonic back up into 7th after being about 12th at one point. Vossier down the inside. And Funky Cactus getting through. Mr. Tado as well, and Ruxian having absolute scraps. If I can get a good camera angle. There we go. Still side by side. Tado gets the move done. And it's Tado up to P10. Merckx and Teddy Ruxpin as well. And Merckx is past, or remains past, the Campos. Keeping P4 for the time being, but Teddy Ruxpin is on the soft tyres. So he's definitely got a lot more drive to try and chase down that Dams on the mediums. Alfie as well, he's going to be looking to try and gain ground. Ooh, we have a collision at the back. I think that is Vossier who's gone round. I believe it is. Lost a lot of ground. And Apollo has passed Stewart as well. Stewart now down as last place. Teddy Ruxpin is right on the back of Merckx. Goes to the inside. I think he's going to have this move pretty much done and dusted. Apollo picks up a time penalty. How have you picked one up there? Doesn't quite send the move. Tazonic past Lucas Fenn though, has sent the move up into P6. And his recovery mission back up to the top lot. Zai sets the fastest lap of the race. DRS has now been enabled. And Zai has got Platinum under a second, so next time they go to a DRS straight, that's going to be crucial for Platinum. We have Apollo and Ruxian back here, and that's contact between Ruxian and Apollo. There's Ruxian round. Looks like Apollo didn't leave him much space there. Well, I only caught the back end of it. So that's all I kind of saw was just Ruxian being squeezed into the apex. And then that was pretty much it. But Tazonic is already on the back of Teddy. And also Merckx. These two kind of struggling to find momentum as Taz gets all kinds of out of shape. Keeps it on the track though, keeps it pointing in the right direction, so good car control there from the Shrews. Zai has just about broken that DRS window, but I don't know if Platinum will still have it. No, he won't. But these three are going to have a little battle here, I think. But yeah, Teddy Ruxpin goes for the move on Mercs. Tazonic is closing in on the pair of them. It's not quite close enough to make anything of it though. But he's had the door open for him by the dams. Just couldn't quite make the most of that opportunity. Into the last corner now. Tazonic really attacks that middle curb, or the inside sausage curb of the last corner, and doesn't really off-put him as much as I thought it would. That curb is pretty much lethal in most instances. Well, rides the inside curb there to not make contact with the dams. But, Alfie's not really catching these guys ahead either, I've just realised. He's not making too much ground on the top two. If anything, he's losing time. Vossier comes into the pits to retire. Roxian hits as well. I don't know if that's going to be an actual pit stop or not. Might be. Maybe for the softs to go to the rain, if it is coming. We don't fully know. Or I don't fully know. These drivers probably would. Tazonic making the most of trying to get back up the field. Gets very close to the back of the dams there. As he can have a good run through this corner to try and attack him down this straight. That's all you need, is a great run through here. Mercs has got a very poor one. Weaves to defend. Don't think it's going to be enough though. Doesn't even have DRS on the car in front. Tazonic goes to the inside, off the hairpin, and gets the move pretty much done and dusted. Yep, there we go. Up into 5th for Tazonic now. Platinum sits the fastest lap of the race. He is flying on his own. Ooh, there is the rain. Mercs could come back at Tazonic here. Into turn 1. Tazonic tries to hang it around the outside, does he? Ooh, that's a lovely little swooping shot there. Goes down the inside of the next corner, still side by side, enough room given. I think Tazonic is going to lose out here due to the racing line. That's where the dams was placed. Goes down the inside though of the hairpin, but he won't have the racing line, so he's not going to get the superior traction. But they are pretty much even though. Out of that traction zone, Tazonic yields the position and loses out. But there's a lovely little scrap there from those two as Stewart gets past Apollo at the hairpin. Apollo picks up another penalty. Mercs gets really out of shape there. It's going to leave him very vulnerable to Tazonic. Goes down the inside. Pretty much got that move done and dusted. But Mercs cuts back ahead, which means he will lose DRS for this next straight. So maybe that wasn't the smartest thing to do. Tazonic goes down the inside, doesn't even need a braking zone to get past. Although he overshoots slightly, that could cut Mercs back. Nah, he didn't have the drive. No one pitting just yet, a bit too early. Mercs gets a great run out of the last corner though, and that's going to leave the door wide open for him to go back around the outside. Takes the move. And back up into P5 for the dams. Zombez picks up a penalty there. And Tazonic kind of losing touch. We're on board with Platinum, he's right behind Zai. the moment, so we'll have a look at these two. See if there's going to be a battle brewing between these two. As Stuart gets back past Apollo, or Apollo gets back past Stuart, one of the two. Having a little battle here as Zombez goes off. But Platinum could be sensing an opportunity for a move here. This race is going to be very neutralised for strategy. Some of them are on soft, some of them are on mediums. I'd imagine the mediums would have been better in this instance because they are going longer into the race. But here we go, Platinum to the inside. Pretty much gets the move done and dusted before the braking zone. Zai can't really come back at him. And that is Platinum into the lead. As Tado goes for a spin. It's going to promote Stuart and Apollo back up into the points. Zai not quite close enough for a move. That track is looking very wet and greasy at the moment. Tazonic pits, he's the first to blink, as well as Lucas Fenn. As Funky stays out. Bit of an inspired decision there. So we'll see if this is too early or not. But only time's going to tell. Yeah, Tazonic for the wets. We'll have to see where he comes out relative to everyone else, considering the track conditions, but Platinum takes the lead. And that's the yellow flags, where Zombez might have spun it almost, going into the pits. Platinum still holding on. There's not many places to overtake in the middle sector. Ooh, gets a bit out of shape. That corner there, Zai kind of drives into the back of him, but I think they're both fine. Zai just misjudging his braking in these conditions. As Tado picks up a penalty. The second driver to get a penalty this race. Apollo already has 2. Ruxian picks up 1, so there you go, there's another. Zai going to go for a move here into the hairpin. No, he's not. He's a bit too far behind. Oh, that's a bit of a rear end slide for Platinum there. But are we going to see these guys pit? That's the question. Platinum stays out. That's very interesting. Doesn't believe it's time. Zai does. So Zai blinks first. We'll have a ball with Platinum then. Let's see what he does. See how he fares in these conditions. But Alfie stays out as well. That's very interesting. So championship leader has taken the gamble to stay out. I don't know if he's going to pit this lap or not though. Is he just going to stay out and hope the rain lightens up? Looking at it now, Tazonic has lost a fair chunk of time to Merckx. Looking at the mini-map, he's got past Stuart at least, but yeah, he's lost a huge chunk of time. But this is the real question, how are these or these top 3 going to fare? Platinum's 33 seconds ahead. As it stands, he might come out in front. Have to wait and see. We are halfway through this feature race. It's gone by pretty damn quickly. DRS has now been disabled, so there we go. It's now, well, it looks like time for those wet tyres. Ooh, huge locker from Platinum there. RF2 Lisa Wet. Oh god, cursed. Get out of the chat. Lovely little corner cut from Alfie. Not Alfie, that's Platinum going into the pits. We'll have to see where he comes out in relation to Zai, so we'll ride on board with Zai, the pole sitter. Alfie pits as well. And Funky Cactus will do the same. Yes, he does. And that is wet tyres. So pretty much all of them, I'd imagine. Yeah, Alfie and Platinum definitely on wets. Oh, we have a spin. Oh, it's Mr. Tado. And Platinum has stayed ahead of Zai. Only just, but he has stayed ahead. So, coming in the extra lap early didn't do all too much for Zai there. But he is still in arm's reach of the race leader. As it stands, so Platt needs to outscore Zai this whole weekend by 17 points. Currently he's got 7. Currently he's got 9 because just at the fastest lap, so he'll only need to get 8 points over Zai in the sprint race to win the title. It's getting all very tasty now for this title fight. 9 of 16 here in China. I think we're going to have more of the same of this weather in the sprint race. Ooh, Platinum's made a mistake, and that's allowed Zai through. Just misjudged his braking point by the looks of it, and that's cost him P1. Which swings back a bit more momentum. So far, Zai has retaken the lead over Platinum. Alfie is a fair way back, so I don't think he's going to be challenging too much. Tazonic is still a fair way back from Merckx, so he has lost out a lot of time. Lucas Fenn is currently in position to be sprint race pole. Stuart looks like he is closing him down. Right on board with Platinum, as these guys are the closest battle on track for the moment. Have a quick look at the positions gained. So Alfie is gained 3. Funky, the biggest winner, from last to 7th. So far, I believe. Yeah, the game will give Funky driver of the day, because he's gained the most positions. It's generally what it goes off. Everyone on wet tyres. Everyone has made 1 stop, apart from Ruxian, who's made 2. It's not been the best of races for Ruxian at the moment. There's always a chance of a safety car, though, so he could maybe bring it back. Ooh, Platinum gets very close. Gained about 2 tenths in a braking zone alone. To Zai there. All that is a spin for Ruxian there, who is now a lap down. That shouldn't bring out the safety car. Well, I hope not. I know this game is a bit bad for that. Sometimes it does bring out the safety car if someone literally spins. But we have 5 laps remaining now. Well, 6 laps remaining of this feature race. It's currently, at the moment, Zai is leading and is on course to win, which will narrow the gap down at the top a little bit. So, finishing like this, Zai will gain what, 7 points? Hang on, I've got fastest lap. Well, actually, he will gain 5 points. So that means Zai needs to outscore, or Platinum needs to outscore Zai if it finishes like this, going into the sprint race, by 22 points. So that means staying like this, that will pretty much cement the championship going to Bahrain, if it were to finish like this. So all Zai has to do really is hold on, and then the championship will go to the next race, because you can't get more than 17 points in the sprint race. So even if Alfie would have scored nothing, and no, if Zai was to score nothing and Platinum was to win the sprint race, ooh, Alfie's made some kind of mistake because Merckx is right on the back of him now. Oh, excuse me. Apologise for everyone who has to watch this back and just listen to my coughing. I do apologise. But we now have a little 4-way scrap here for P3. Merckx goes down the inside of turn 1. He's going to get that move done. Ooh, contact. That is a desync if I've ever seen one in my entire life. Merckx goes into the back of Alfie. That was beautiful stuff. But, ooh, Merckx getting very out of shape there. Tazonic's got past Teddy Ruxpin as well. Taz in chat, I'm falling asleep. You might want to wake up because we have a 4-way battle and Teddy Ruxpin has just tagged Tazonic. But he stays there to not go through. I think a misjudge of the braking point for the Campos has really hurt the Charouse now and has lost 4 seconds to the cars in front. But we still maybe have an on-track battle at least for P3. Between Merckx and Alfie, but Merckx does have a 3-second time penalty. So unless Alfie picks one up, and then it will be a battle for third, but then they've just got to not fall within 3 seconds of Tazonic. But we'll see. Stewart picks up a penalty. I was going to say someone picked up a penalty. I didn't realise it was Stewart until probably opening my eyes. As Merckx gets past Alfie, Alfie goes for the huge lunge into the hairpin. Gets it done, but Merckx is going to come back at him here. With the superior track, Alfie looks to the inside. Gets the move done. And then covers off the dams. But it's still going to have slipstream and more straight line speed. Alfie round the outside, a little bit of contact, as Merckx pretty much squeezes Alfie off track, more or less. But Alfie goes back down the inside and gets the move done on the dams, back up into P3 on track. Well, they will stay here anyway, but all the while these guys fight, that is allowing Tazonic and Teddy to close up. But Merckx down the inside of the hairpin. Almost a wheel rub. Not quite. Tazonic is already in that 3-second window to Merckx as well. So Merckx is currently going to drop down to about 5th at the moment. If it were to finish like this. But there's still, well, there's 3 laps left now, pretty much. Zai is really pulling away from Platinum now. So unless Zai decides to bin it, this will pretty much cement the championship going to Bahrain. As Alfie picks up a penalty, that's going to really allow Tazonic, who's 2 seconds behind these two, to steal P3 at the death of this here. Mercs to the inside. Alfie gives him the biggest squeeze ever. To the inside. Goes around the outside of the hairpin, breaks way too late. Is he going to get that cut back though somehow? Maybe. Yes, he is. A little bit of a wheel rub there. Oh, that's on board with Taz. He's trying to change camera. There we go. Alfie gets back up into P3, but all the while these guys are going to be fighting. That's going to allow Tazonic to just sneak up in and steal this P3. Ruxian picks up a pen. Oh, that's a slight wheel bang between the two, but no harm really done. Alfie goes down the inside, turn 3. Or is it turn 2? I can't quite tell. Gets the move pretty much done. Mercs though is going to have a great cutback though through virtue of better traction. That's Alfie gone off into the wall, or into the gravel. That's him down into P5 now, which promotes Taz on track to P4. Although Taz is currently running P3. There's 3 laps to go. Zai is leading by 3 seconds now. So I think Alfie is also going to drop down to P6 as well. He will drop behind Teddy, although I think he's doing a pretty good job to pull that gap back to Teddy anyway. It does seem so. But Tazonic on the back of Mercs. But so far, ooh, Alpha picks up another penalty. That's gonna excuse me, that's gonna really drop him down the order. But second to last lap now as well. It's been not too bad of a race. So we've seen Tazonic charge his way back through the pack. We've seen this rain, but not one of the more memorable races of the year, it must be said, or of the season, should I say. So hopefully the sprint race will be a bit more action-packed. Only being 11 laps as well, so it's going to be a lot less time. Is it 11 or is it 13? I can't exactly remember. But Tazonic on the back of Mercs now. But Taz doesn't really have to pass him here, he literally could just stay behind him. And still get the position. But then everyone wants to finish ahead rather than through virtue of penalty. So far, not really able to find a way past. Ooh, it's very close there though. There's no way through in this middle sector, there's not many places to overtake. So he's gonna have we could definitely get the move done on this straight at least. Yeah. Front two have just absolutely disappeared from the rest of everyone else. Zai is coming around to start the last lap now. Ruxian round. But now, starting the last lap of the race, or the feature race at least. Zai, very commanding performance from Zai really. Did have a bit of contact with Taz at turn 1, which sent Taz back through the order. And then Taz had to work his way back from there. He's definitely got a P3 out of it at least, although he would have definitely wanted more. But staying like this, championship will be going to Bahrain. At least the feature race of Bahrain. Because so the gap right now to Platt to Zai is 83 points, but then you take off 4 for pole, that makes it 79. Zai is going to get a win, which is 25 points. Oh, Taz. Steady on, son. Taz... Not Taz. I'm trying to work this out now. So it's 83 minus 4. And then he's going to outscore Platt by 5 points. I'll have to try and work it out once everything's stopped. But here we go. Zai across the line to win the feature race. Platinum will come home second. Let's go just watch this little thing here. Platinum comes home second. Merckx with a penalty will lose out to Dozonic. I don't think Taz is going to get him on track here. He was very close though. Very close to the back of the dams. But up to the line now. And there you go, Dozonic takes 3rd position, Merckx 4th. Alfie, with a lot of penalties, relinquishes 6th place, or 5th place to Teddy Ruxpin, gets 6th place himself. Funky Cactus will come home 7th, with a flick of the rear end, and almost a dash across the wall as well. But that'll be P7 for Funky. 8th position for Apollo, so he finishes where he started, all things considered. That's pretty well done from Apollo. But he will lose out to Lucas Fenn. See how much by. I think it's a fair bit. Yeah, 1.9 seconds. Stewart gets 10th. Tada will come home 11th. And Zombez. The last of the finishing cars, Ruxian and Vossier, the 2 non-finishers of the feature race. So let's quickly write this down. So its feature race is Zai, Platinum, Dozonic. So Zai gains overall so far 9 points. So that takes it down to 70. I'm trying to work this out. I'll have to try and work it out properly at the end. So yeah, Platt now needs to outscore Zai by... It was 17, and that was after the pole. So then you put another 5 on that. 22. So Platinum needs to outscore Zai by 22 points. This, well, it would be this round, but that is now impossible. Dozonic has only lost 5 points. So it is possible that Taz can still be eliminated from this Drivers' Championship fight if Platt outscores Taz by 11 points in this sprint race, which is P2 for 12 points or P1 for 15, and then it just depends on where Taz finishes. But so far, this championship is at least between Platt and Zai, going down to the last race weekend, being Bahrain next Saturday. well, all things considered, with the timing of, where are we? Qatar. Is it Qatar or Brazil next? I'll have a quick look while we're intermittent on races. I can't feel my nose. Standings. Nope. Racing? Yes. Okay. So it's Mexico, then Brazil. Oh, we've got a sprint. Oh, you're kidding. Wait, no, that's fine. Okay, the real race will finish just ahead. Okay, never mind. Panic attack averted, it's fine. What about Qatar? Qatar's fine. What about Saudi? Saudi's going to be a bit cut and run. What on earth? Alright, so Saudi Arabia is going to be a bit cut and run with RF1. Abu Dhabi will be fine. Okay. So there you go, 5 as you're watching, hopefully. Yeah, Qatar, not Qatar, Saudi Arabia. The race starts at 5:30, so it'll be finished about 7:30, so we might have to push back D1 and D2 by about half an hour. I'm sure that won't be too bad. It's 7:30, then 9:30, theoretically. Excuse me. Alfie and Teddy Ruxpin have been disqualified, as I've been choking to death. Put my phone on charge before it goes flat. I was 12 laps. I just realised it's raining and everyone's starting on dry ice. Oh, this is going to be interesting, boys. Not my problem. Wow. I thought you were an admin. It's your problem, because you're in D2, you little sandbag. But, five sandbagging aside, we're just getting ready to form up on the grid for the sprint race. 12 laps this time, compared to 16. Second to last sprint race of the season. We'll only have Bahrain after this. But here we go then. Apparently Ruxian is leading already, even though we haven't started yet. There we go. 4, 5 red lights for the sprint race here. Lights out and away we go. It's going to be a very tentative start for everyone to not wheel spin and cane it off the road within the first 2 seconds. Ooh, Teddy Ruxpin is already getting in on the action. Funky Cactus barges his way past Alfie. Currently for P2, ooh, very close to contact there. Tazonic is already up to 4th, what a hero. And Zai up to 3rd. Well, Zai up to 5th, gaining 3 positions, should I say. Platinum's lost one. Ooh, speaking of... Oh, that's Teddy. I thought that was Platinum losing it then. But going into the hairpin, Apollo breaks very, very late indeed. Is he going to get around the outside of Merckx? Maybe. Maybe. Not quite. Alfie goes round the outside. We're just going to to switch to the inside here. Gets the move done, does he? Funky goes down the inside though. Gives him a bit of a squeeze. Bit of a wheel rub as well. Side by side. Not giving each other an inch. Ooh, huge lockup from Funky. That's going to push Alfie wide. That's going to be contact. Alfie keeps it going in a straight line though. Tazonic is already on a charge to keep his championship alive. And he's going to have this move done by the looks of it. Yeah, Taz makes the move. Alfie switches to the inside very late though. Down the inside he goes. And that's going to open the door for Zai. Can't quite make anything of that though. Ooh, a bit squirrely for these two. This track is looking treacherous. Zai trying to make his move, as is Tazonic. Ooh, Platinum's down in last. I don't know what's happened to Platinum. I didn't quite notice that. But Platinum, championship leader, is currently going to score 0 points. That's really going to open everything up. If it stays like this for the next... what is it, 12? 12 laps from now. Excuse me. Hopefully... Right. Hopefully a drink will keep that at bay a bit. Zai left. The second I looked down to get a drink, has Zai lagged out? He has. No, Zai! Hang on, I do apologise, I have to quickly pause. Alright, chucked him an invite, hopefully he will be able to get back in. Oh, there we go, he's back. He's down in 8th place. Stuart goes down the inside, or Alfie goes down the inside of Lucas Fenn and loses it. Tazonic as well. Taz going a bit off track. My Funky Cactus is in the lead. What a hero. Merck's looking on the back now of Tazonic. Gets the move done. It's now Dam's 1-2. Ooh, Taz late on the brakes. A bit too late on the brakes. He's going to go very wide there. He's not going to lose out any other positions though, but he's gone very deep indeed. Lap 3 of 12. Currently Funky Cactus leads from Merckx. Dam's 1-2 at the moment. And then Tazonic sitting in 3rd. Lucas 4th. Apollo 5th. Zai already up to 6th. Stuart 7th. And Alfie down in 8th now. But the more important story is championship leader is down in P13. As we have Lucas Fenn and Apollo going into combat. Give me a good camera angle. There we go. I want to use broadcast a bit more. And Apollo down the inside, a little bit of a wheel rub between himself and Lucas Fenn. Gets the move done though, as Lucas tries to get the cutback, gets the rear end out and kind of cuts Zai off. And that's going to allow Apollo a little bit more breathing room. As Ruxian has retired. He spun on track as well. VSC deployed. It's going to neutralise the race a bit. But we're on lap 3 of 12. It's already a quarter of the way through the race. So this is absolutely biblical scenes. Ooh, Apollo and Zombies both get drive-throughs. Not adhering to the delta. Apollo's running 4th as well. Picks up a drive-through. That is a massive shame. Ooh, Did Funky almost lose it, or was that just him taking a weirder line? Can't quite tell. I was going to say Zai goes down the inside of Apollo, but that's Apollo coming into the pits to serve his drive-through. Gives it a penalty for speeding the pits as well. And retires. Tazonic on the back of Merckx at the moment. And so far, this is really going to boost Tazonic. Rain stopped by the looks of it as well. That track is looking very dry now. Oh, excuse me. Tazonic touched a curb there and almost paid the ultimate price for it. Taz doesn't have a very good history with curbs. As he mounts another one. Alfie looking for a move on his teammate. He's having a nice little ding-dong battle at the moment. Right on board with this. Lap 4 of 12, a third of the way through the race. Oh, that's a spin for Zombers. Alfie remains behind his teammate for another lap as Lucas Fenn loses position to Tado. Vossier's on the back of these guys as well, as is Teddy Ruxpin. Funky sits the fastest up the race. And Vossier's still round. But Funky still leads. Taz has lost a fair bit of time to Merckx here. I don't know if he's made a mistake of some kind. Or maybe there was a bit of contact I didn't quite see. As Teddy Ruxpin gets past Lucas Fenn. Yeah, he does. Tazonic on the back. Well, Tazonic's going to get 10 points for finishing here. So that'll boost him up to 21 points. Well, that means I have to outscore him by 21 points. So I'm just trying to work out what that means in terms of the standings. I'll have to try and write it down in a moment when this race is over. Zombers pulls into the pits and retires. And then there were 11. Merckx is closing in on his teammate here. So Funky could full well be under threat here from his teammate. Zai as well is closing in on Tazonic, his championship rival. One of, while his other one is down in P10. Won't be scoring any points because it's the top 8 to score points. Alfie pits and picks up a 5-second penalty and retires. Not sure why there, but that elevates Platinum into P8. P9 should I say, one position off the points. I'm sure we'll see an explanation in a minute. Pop up on Discord to see why Alfie is retiring. Oh, we have a spin for Tado. Oh no, Tado. That's going to mean 1 point for Platinum. He's just got to try and get up this little pack here as quickly as possible to try and get himself... He can get to roughly P5 by the end of the race, and that will kind of limit a bit of damage done. So we're on board Vossier, who doesn't have a helmet, which is great. Always what you want is to drive around without helmet. Around the outside of Stewart. Great move there. We have Teddy Ruxpin and Stewart. Around the outside he goes. Oh, that's contact, and that's into the wall. And that is Stewart and Teddy without a front wing, Platinum into 6th. And that is a full course safety car. Ooh. Lucas Fenn pits, as he's got damage as well. Teddy Ruxpin and Stewart both pit. But that's going to be probably a trip to the stewards. That lot there, but currently at the moment, Zai has got past Tazonic as well. Up to P3. So Tastic in P4, Platinum currently sitting in 6th, but this safety car has definitely saved him a bit. So just quickly while this safety car's out, I'm just going to try and work out what's coming into this race. Just so I can try and work out who's where. Okay. Plus. So I'm just going to quickly get a calculator, and I just want to see the gaps between them now. So 4 minus 170. I'm going to have to wait till this actually finishes to get the proper confirmation for this. But I think there's a slight chance Platinum's already won the title. I'll have to try and work it out. Yeah, I'll have to wait until after this, and then we'll go from there. But just remember, there's 48 points on offer after this. And then it's going to be so I'll have to try and work that out after. I'm just trying to think of it in my head at the moment. But I'm going to have to try and work it out after the race is actually finished. Alright, apologies for drifting away from the action. I just thought, make the most of this safety car while I can. Missed Tados in 4th, what a hero. Currently, Merckx leads from Zai, Vossier, Tado, Funky, Taz, Platinum, Stewart, Lucas Fenn and Teddy Ruxpin. So Tazonic, Funky and Platinum are all on softs, is very interesting, as Zai pits as well as Tado, which is very interesting to see. Lisa is being way too nice to Zai. Pardon me. Well, as I did say, maybe Lisa is enjoying Zai's company. Lisa enjoying the another man's hands on her steering wheel. This stream has just gone R-rated in 0.3 seconds because I'm somehow sexualising Formula 2. Blame 5, alright? He's the one who names his cars. It's not my fault. This stream is going to be banned off YouTube with all this sex talk. Most likely. But that's fine. It's 5's problems, not mine. Lisa Chan. Oh god, cursed. Maybe that's something I might do when I switch to PC racing or start a new category. I'm going to start naming my cars. I mean, I guess I could do it now. I've only got to come up with 2 at the moment. I've got to come up with a name for a Ferrari and then a name for a Williams. Maybe I'll do that after the stream other day. Maybe it gives me something to do. But safety car is in this lap. We're going to have about a 3-lap sprint for the rest of the race. That's what I was trying to say. Vossier has a real chance of winning here. Go on, lad. Merckx is gone. Oh, Zai picks up a penalty. Oh dear. That's not going to affect... that's not going to help his chances at all. But Merckx currently leads. Tado on the back of Funky. Well, Funky's got past Tado pretty much immediately. Tazonic on the back of Tado as well. Can't quite find a way through at the moment. He's going to have to wait a little bit longer. Oh, damn it. Drop my phone. Tazonic looks to the inside of the hairpin. He's going to get the move done on Tado here. Or Tado gets the traction. Absolute lass. Or lad, should I say. Gets that move done up into 4th for Tazonic now. Platinum is running 5th as well. Tado gets swooped past. Platinum is going to get gobbled up by his teammate here as well. Tado is going backwards. Very unfortunate for him. Zai also tries to makes a move on Tado, and he's trying to make a move on Stewart pretty much immediately, which he does on the far superior tyres. That's him up into P6. He's going to just try and damage limitation, I suppose. That's lap 10 of 11. 10 of 12, should I say, as Platinum goes for a move on Tazonic. Oh, they touch wheels into the hairpin. Vossier picks up a time penalty. And Platinum and Taz still running side by side. Zombies has left the session. Oh, Taz gets a beautiful cut back into the start-finish straight. They're going to go side by side into turn 1 here. Taz going to try and hang it round the outside. He might run out of road, which he does. And he can't get that move because he's been covered off by Platinum very nicely indeed. But Zai is closing in on the back of these guys as well, but Zai does have a penalty. So he's just going to try and guess, limit that damage in the next couple of laps, so he's going to have to push like mad. Vossier now has got Platinum right behind. Still a Dams 1-2 though. Zai gets past Tazonic. Funky just on the back of his teammate at the moment. Currently a Dams 1-2 though. Oh, excuse me. But Zai is well, he's pretty much got the gap he needs now to Stewart, so he's going to stay at least 6th. As Vossier defends from Platinum with all his might. Vossier goes down the inside, or tries to keep it down the inside. A little bit of contact there, that's going to push him wide. Zai's going to have a look at that opportunity. Can't quite make the most of it though. Vossier covers off Platinum. All goes very deep at the last corner. DRS enabled. Zai sits the fastest lap of the race. Platinum goes for a move into turn 1. Pretty much gets the move done. Yeah, there you go, up into 3rd. Would have finished 3rd anyway, but it's always nice to on track. And there are the Dams, P1 and 2. Lucas Fenn picks up a time penalty. Zai going to go for a move into the hairpin. Yes, he is, down the inside. A little bit of wheel rub. Just absolutely sends it. On Vossier there. Just going to point out that Vossier, yeah, he still doesn't have a helmet, and then from the off-board looking back, it looks like the car's just completely driving itself. There's no driver in the car. That is actually a madness. Mr. Taylor gets another penalty. Funky is going to have one opportunity here to try and steal this race win, but Platinum's here as well. But we're going to have to wait and see. Ooh, Platinum's got a pretty good run. Well, that's Funky. Mercs is defending. Doesn't look like it's enough to defend from Funky at least. And Funky takes the lead at the last corner, or the last braking zone. Mercs going to try and cut back, just can't do it though. Can Platinum get P2? He's just got to get a good run out of this corner here. Ooh, the ghosts there. But there you go, Funky Cactus wins from Mercs, Platinum 3rd, Tazonic 4th, what's he at 5th? Stewart 6th, Teddy 7th. There was a lot of position changing there. I'll have to hang on, I'll have to. So I know it's Funky P1, and then Mercs P2, and then Platium. I need to put the N in there. There we go. I just need to. I'll wait till this podium ends and then I can have a look at the results, just see what the points gain is between all these guys, and then I can work out what the points gap is now to Platinum. Because if it's more than 48 points, then Platinum has indeed won the championship. But I don't know how definite that is at the moment. So there we go, so Platinum picks up 10, Zai picks up 3, Taz picks up 8, so that's 2, 5, 4 for Platinum, 1, 7, 3. I don't know about you, but that definitely looks over 48 points. And then it's 1, 6, 1. So it's 2, 5, 4, 1, 7, 3. Hang on, let me get the top 3 of the weekend. Oh, bollocks. I didn't see who got top 3 of the weekend. Hang on, let me ask in Discord, bear with. I'm completely unorganised for this shit. Do apologise for that as well. Excuse me. Right, while I wait for an answer for that, so bear with me, everyone. I'm gonna look in Twitch chat. Someone, Bucker. Me, you're the one calling your cars sexy, so I think you're the bit of the bucket here. Hang on. Taz. Right, hopefully I can get an answer ASAP. And then this shouldn't drag on any longer than it needs to. Okay, thank you. Right, let's find a cockledge. Right, I need Zai, Platinum, and Mercs. Hello. Please tell me you have the option to connect your, or include your audio this time.
I do.
I don't fancy having to sack... Yes, it's fine, it's fixed. Right, I hope it's you three that are top three of the weekend. That's what I've been told by Funky. Well, definitely know Platinum is most likely first. Oh no, it'll probably be you first, Zai, and then Plat, and then Mercs. I think it's you three, as far as I'm aware.
Don't really know.
Just trying to work out. I'll go with you three. I'm trying to work out maths. But I'm just trying to quickly work out. I think I've worked it out that Platt has actually won the title because he's on 254 now. You're on you are on 173, and there's only 48 points a weekend available. So it's, hang on, 254 minus 173. Yeah, 81 points.
Yeah.
So Platinum is the drivers' champion for season 3 of F2. Yeah. How does that happen then? Because he was... I don't get that, because Zai gained on you. Have I gone wrong?
I joined mid-season, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, because what, you gained on him by getting pole and then winning the feature race. You gained 9 points on him, and Platt needed to outscore you at the beginning of the weekend by 13 points.
Well, I should be
at the end of the feature
race,
that went up to 22.
Sprint, so I don't know. It's just because I needed to score more points than him, like a considerable amount.
Yeah. I think I've got something wrong somewhere with my maths then, but yeah, by the looks of it, yeah, it's definitely platinum. Excuse me. So we might as well start with you, as you're our new drivers champion. Just firstly, congratulations for an amazing season, thoroughly dominant. You missed the first race weekend, I believe, and then practically after that, didn't really look back. So yeah, well done to that. I don't think you've wrapped up the constructors just yet, but you definitely have the drivers. So just a bit of an outlook on your season now as a champion before we get into tonight.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, I appreciate it. Honestly, I don't even know if I've won the championship. I don't know where people are seeing the points, but I'm just going to treat it as such and say thank you guys. Great season. Has been fun. I think we got one more round, right? So let's make that a good one. And then, yeah, it's been fun. There's been a lot of really good races with everyone here. I've had a lot of good battles as well. But today specifically, I just wish I had actually qualified better, because I completely bottled my qualifying lap. In all honesty, like there was a mistake like in the second sector right before you go onto that long right-hander that I lost, I think 4/10 on, just because I had put way too much power into it. But whatever, it happens. Sometimes you could qualifying lap, sometimes you don't. And then into the race, it was looking pretty close between me and Zai. It would have been a really good battle had it stayed dry, but I'm just not nearly as fast as him in the wet end of. So that was that really. Once the weather started coming down, I was like, oh, okay. Well, feature race or not feature. Sprint race was interesting. I totally spun on my own, like just completely. I mean, like I chucked it in third gear, was hoping, and then I just magically snapped, and I was like, oh, okay. Luckily, I kept it out of the wall, got back into the pack, and then the safety car definitely helped me at the end. I think I was like in 7th or something like that beforehand, but didn't really have much in the way of battles once the safety car was done. No, I was kind of in a scuffle with Fossier for a little bit there, but I think everything was fine there. Nothing to really comment on that, but yeah, nothing much. Couple podiums, good weekend, good season. About it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, just another congratulations. Pretty much the man to beat all season. And no one managed to do it in time, so you go into the last round sparing the last round as champion. So will you be taking a bit more of a laid-back approach into the last race, or still just going to go for it?
I've got no reason to not go for it. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Right.
Good man. But yeah, just another congratulations. Just seeing now if you can try and wrap up that constructors against Carlin. It was only Zai scoring for Carlin this weekend, as 5 is in Italy. But you picked up a fair amount of points this weekend, plus your teammate picked up a fair few in the sprint race, I believe. I think he got P6 or P7, so still a couple of points at least to aid you in your fight against Carlin. So yeah, just congratulations again.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Moving to... We'll go Zai next. I had no idea if you were first overall. I think you were, because you did get pole, won the feature race, but then you did drop down a fair bit, so maybe it was platinum first and then you.
I dropped down because of a timing glitch, to be fair, because I disconnected midway.
Ah.
Yeah.
So I was wondering why you got 8th.
It should be like 5th or 6th, depending on...
Yeah, so it's about 5th. Yeah, we'll wait and see. But yeah, you still got pole, so that at least brought you a bit closer to plat.
Yeah.
And then won the feature race through that amazing drive in the wet. But yeah, by the looks of it, unless I'm incredibly bad at maths, it didn't pay off in the end. But still, faultless drive from yourself, from my point of view, at least. Just a shame to be disconnected in that sprint race, but otherwise a pretty perfect weekend. If you want to give us your outlook on it.
Yeah, quali was as good as I hoped, really. Managed to get pole on scrub tyres. I saw that board, so I was like, that's a sigh of relief, really. And then feature, I had a good start because Taz hit the curb, gained a bit of time, but Platinum slowly clawing it back. And I got really fortunate with the rain, really. And then obviously, when the rain hit, I don't know, I found another level, I guess. Sounds a bit cringe. I felt really comfortable, and just slowly, once the 1 second gap between me and Plat was hit, I just kind of got a lot more comfortable with it, less pressure, etc. So, yeah, feature was nearly perfect from what I'd expect from myself, I guess. And then sprint, I completely messed up by not pitting. / pitting, depending on if I stayed out or not. If I stayed out, maybe I could have won, but I don't know. But fair play to everyone else ahead of me in the sprint. Obviously, I tried to get past as many people as possible, but yeah. Congrats on Plat for the 12. We move.
Yeah, well done anyway. Excuse me. Well done anyway. To still manage your weekend as you did. It's going to bring Carlin really into that constructors fight. So hopefully for your team, 5 will be there next weekend. And we'll see how the constructors goes at least. So there's still 1 title to at least fight for. So yeah, just well done again this weekend. And then moving on to 3rd place. I could say this is basically 3rd. I think this is a solid 3rd. Mercs for the 2nd weekend in a row. So that's 2 weekends. Your debut one and this one that you finished top 3 of the weekend. So well done for that. This race, I don't know. I mean, you were leading until your teammate took it off you at the heat death of the moment. But still, well managed to finish P2 in the sprint race. Feature race, I can't exactly remember where you finished.
P4.
P4, okay. So it definitely must be high up. But yeah, still another good points haul from yourself, considering you've been here 2 weekends. So just give us a bit of an outlook.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the sprint race is not long done, and it was, well, obviously it was just annoying. I just got into Funky's DRS, and then the safety car came out, and I saw the gap behind, like, 5th was like 13 seconds. I'm like, well, they're going to pit, and Funky's going to pit, so I know exactly what's going to happen here. Turns out, so I decided to pit, which I was kind of relieved at the point, because I knew he'd have probably just got past me. But yeah, feature race, well, that was difficult. In the wet, I struggled a little bit. I've got the penalty, which didn't help. Yeah, I struggled in that, but then, yeah, I think just it was the same with the sprint. It was a bit sketchy at the start for everyone, I think, on the dries and on the damp track. A little bit all over the place, but yeah, I just was biding my time, and then once it dried out, I knew I was quicker than Funky, but like I said, I got DRS, and then 1 sector later, safety car came out. So yeah, I tried my best to defend. I was kind of just, yeah, I didn't really get a great exit, but almost wish I got a worse exit, so I could have maybe ducked back into the slipstream and gone back down the inside. But yeah, he just had more grip, so I mean, we didn't really lose out much, to be honest. It was 1 and 2 before the safety car came out. It was 1 and 2 at the end. But yeah, as for just joining F2 and getting thirds and thirds, or I think it was like 4th second, so exactly the same. It's
The ultra consistency.
It's pretty decent. Yeah, I can't really complain, to be honest. If you'd told me I was going to go 4th second, I would have snapped your hand off for it. So there you go.
Well, yeah, congratulations anyway. Really good start. We only have 1 race weekend left though, but we should have another season or 2 after this, which will be really interesting to see. But yeah, congratulations. Then again, just another quick round off of the weekend. So it's Platinum overall first, then Zai, and then Mercs. And then your Drivers' Champion is Platinum. Constructors can still go either way between Campos and Carlin. I'll have to work out the maths for that later, when I'm not time constrained. But yeah, so that'll be an interesting fight to see at the last race of this season, being Bahrain. So thank you everyone for being here. Well done again to the top lot. Well done again to Platt for being champion. And we'll be back next weekend on Saturday for the finale. We won't be here tomorrow as the Real Life Grand Prix clashes with our timing, so it will be either RIP Div 2 and then Div 1 can go, or we just postpone it both, which is what we have done. So we'll be back next Sunday for D2 and 3 round 2 at Hungary, but we still have one more F2 race to go. So from myself, Bonge, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for bearing with me that I've been ill, but I've tried my best, and we will see you next time.